Hello and welcome to School Matters. Thanks for joining us today. We have a very special guest today, Elizabeth Galloway, and she is our Cleveland County Schools Teacher of the Year. Welcome to you, Elizabeth.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We're so glad to talk to you today. Let's just start with an introduction, if you don't mind. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I was born and raised in Cleveland County. I went to Kings Mountain High School, graduated, went to Gardner-Webb, so
Okay.
didn't go very far away, majored in elementary education, got a job right out of college with Cleveland County Schools, and have been teaching. This is my 15th year teaching.
Okay, very good. And what grade do you teach? And you're at North Elementary
I'm at
School?
North Elementary School in Kings Mountain, and I teach 4th grade.
Fourth grade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. What does it mean to you, Elizabeth, to have been named? And this has been a while since you were
Yeah.
actually named. We're here at the end of the school year talking to our Teacher of the Year, but what has it meant to you to be the Cleveland County Schools Teacher of the Year this year?
It's been an honor. My family, my grandparents, my mom my mom was an educator. My grandparents worked in the school system, so I was very involved. You know, education was very important, and I've been here my whole life. I'm proud to be from Cleveland County, or product of Cleveland County Schools, and so to be chosen as Teacher of the Year for this county, it's just been very special, and it's been an honor.
I can imagine. What do you like most about elementary education?
I got some good stories to tell.
Yes.
Every day is something new. I am a creature of habit. I love a schedule, so I really like that aspect of having a schedule. We do the same thing around the same time every day, but you just I have 27 kids this year, so 27 different personalities, funny stories. They say the funniest things sometimes. They say the craziest things sometimes. So just the social aspect of being with the kids, watching them learn. Elementary school especially, you know, they're learning how to just be a friend and just be their own little person, and their own personality starting to come out, and their special talents are starting to come out, and it's just really cool getting to witness that.
Oh, yeah, neat.
Yep.
Well, you said you have lots of stories you could tell. So is there a favorite teaching experience you would like to share?
It's not really one specific event, but I love to see the growth from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And I tell my kids that, you know, testing is important. You know, one test score is not the end of the world, but we do place a lot of value in seeing them grow. And so at that end of the year, when they get to see this is how they did in 3rd grade, to see how they did in 4th grade, and they just get so excited. And I grew, I've learned so much, and that's probably one of my favorite things to experience.
Yeah, so they grow physically.
They do
in a
grow
year's time,
physically.
and they grow
Yes,
developmentally.
That's another thing
That's
I like
great.
to do, actually. Today I take pictures on the first day of school, and then on the last week I'll take pictures,
Oh,
and we
neat.
compare them, and they get to see how much they've grown.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow.
Yep.
Well, do you have a favorite student success story that you would want to share?
I do have one. She was a student of mine 2 or 3 years ago. I think she's in 6th grade now. She is ESL, English as a Second Language, fluent in Spanish. Parents are Spanish speaking. Came to me from 3rd grade, had not passed the EOG, but worked so hard. She was one of the hardest workers I've ever had.
Oh.
And in 4th grade, she passed both of her EOGs, and I just saw her a couple weeks ago, and she's now in the gifted program. She's in AIG.
Oh, that's great.
And she's grown even more since 4th grade, and she's beautiful, and she's just, that's one of my favorite success stories.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
neat. Lots of confidence for
Yes.
her, and makes you feel good too,
Right.
that you had a hand in that.
Right.
So, Elizabeth, tell us, how do you create a classroom environment where students feel safe, they feel valued and excited to learn?
I have a two-part answer for that. My literal classroom, I try to keep it very homey. I don't use the big lights. We use lamps. I try to keep it calm. So that environment, physical environment in the classroom kind of puts everybody at ease. I like to do that. They love to do hands-on stuff, science-related, science experiments, and that kind of thing is always exciting in 4th grade. Getting up and moving around, I love to listen to music, so we try to find songs about fractions and songs about geometry shapes and songs about anything math-related, especially. So that gets them excited.
Oh, that's fun. Sounds fun. So what do relationships with parents and the community, what does that mean for student success?
It's very important, parents especially. If I know I have the parents' support in what I'm doing, if they're supporting it at home, then there's always more success in that with the student. I try to build relationships, especially if they are an athlete in the community. I try to reach out to their coaches, or just let them know that the adults in their life know each other and we talk to each other. A lot of 4th graders think school is isolated and like I live at school and I don't talk to anybody else. But that's not true. And I know a lot of other grown-ups in their life, and that all the grown-ups in their life should have their best interests in mind for them, and that we communicate with each other. The adults in their life communicate with each other, and that's for their benefit.
Oh yeah, that's great. Very well said. Hadn't thought of that. Well, it is the end of the school year now. Teachers and students are looking forward to the summer break.
Yes, ma'am.
But what do you hope your students will remember most about this year and their time with you in your classroom?
I hope they feel, like I said, I have my students' best interest in mind. I hold my students to very high expectations, and sometimes they don't like that. But I hope they realize that it's because I love them. I want them to grow and to be a better person as they grow older. I tell my kids that all the time. I care about your academic growth, but I care about you as a person. I want you to make good choices and be a good friend, and help someone who needs help when they need help, and that kind of thing is important to me. And I hope that as they go on, they remember 4th grade, Miss Galloway. She taught me a lot, but she also cared about me.
That's great. Well, that's a good note to take a break on. So don't go away, and don't you go away, because we'll be right back with more after this.
Here in Cleveland County, many children struggle to develop due to the lack of guidance and shortage of positive role models. At the Boys and Girls Club, we make it our team's mission to aid your child in becoming a better student and, more importantly, a better person with a brighter future.
When your child comes to the club, you can be assured they are being guided in a manner that is beneficial to the growth as an adult that is visible in their lives. Please consider giving your child the opportunity to be the absolute best they can possibly be.
Please support your local Boys and Girls Club today.
We always have had a certain courtesy to other people upon their retirement or somebody's passing.
Well, I got something nice to say about our retirement.
Well, we're not.
Good riddance.
I wish that you.
First, he put giant flagpoles on the White House lawn like it was a Buc-ee's, and then he cemented over the Rose Garden. Then he turned the Oval Office into a place that looks like a New Orleans cat house.
Well, I'm sure President Obama evaluated both candidates and went with the best one, better one.
Yeah, one of them had a D by her name.
Well, one cannot help but wonder why. Betsy, one possibility would be that the Hurricanes are now afraid to enter the newly named Gulf of America while Trump's in the White House.
Welcome back. On our program today, we are talking to the Cleveland County Schools Teacher of the Year, Elizabeth Galloway, who teaches 4th grade at North Elementary School. You told us earlier you have 27 students, or have had 27 students in your class this year.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a teacher assistant you'd like to give a shout out to?
I do. Her name is Anna Hughes, and I couldn't do it without her. She has many hats at North Elementary School, but she's right across the hall from me. She actually teaches her own specials class, which is, like PE and art. She does our tech class.
Okay.
So she teaches that as well as assists me. She makes copies,
Wow.
and she does the yearbook, and she is just a Jill of all trades.
Oh, my
We could not
goodness.
do it without Anna Hughes, for sure.
Wow. And then you're obviously part of a 4th grade team of teachers, I guess.
Yes, I have one teammate. We're a smaller school, so we only have 2 on our grade
Okay.
level. And this year we actually blocked, which means I really have 54 students. She has 27, I have 27, and I do the math, and she does the
Oh,
reading.
okay.
So we actually switch classes during the day, and I teach her 27.
Well, that's great.
So,
That's good for the
yeah.
students to experience. So we've talked about a lot of different things, but if you could tell one thing to all students everywhere, what do you think that one thing would be, Elizabeth?
I would say no dream that you have is insignificant. Whatever you want to do, if you set your mind to it, you can do it.
I love that.
So I feel like a lot of times people say, well, you can't do that, or, you're not smart enough, or you'll have to go to college and you can't afford that, or, there's ways out there that you can achieve what you would like.
Right. You're right. And need to realize that's just one person's opinion too.
Exactly.
When they say something like that.
Exactly.
Children surprise us all the time.
That's exactly right.
So what's something you would like to share with parents? What's one thing you would say to all parents?
To all parents.
Because I think advice from an elementary teacher would be great.
Well, this is coming from an elementary teacher. Read with your kids. Reading is so important. I actually have a kindergartner. My daughter is in kindergarten.
great.
Yeah, and so I've been doing did some research and talked to kindergarten teachers, and one of the greatest indicators of success is just reading with your child, just exposing them to the word, whether that's books, magazines, put caption on the TV. I saw that, see the words on the TV, because you got to watch the TV sometimes.
Great idea.
So just exposure to text is so important, and just talk to your kids about, I'm going to sound very preachy right now, but there's a lot of screen time in the world, and that is just a part of our life now, part of our reality. And there's nothing wrong with it, but also filling that time with conversation and family time, and let them go outside and play. That was my students' homework last week during EOGs was just go outside and play and have fun, because we got this big test coming up in class, so just go outside and play and be a kid.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That sounds like very good advice.
Yes.
So we know what you would tell a student. We know what you would tell a parent. So what would you say to a new teacher?
Don't give up. That first year is hard. You feel like you have no idea what you're doing. Surround yourself, like we were talking earlier, you want to have a good team around you. Surround yourself with experienced teachers. Find one of my, she turned into one of my best friends, but she was a coworker at where I first taught my first school in Bowling Springs. Her name is Deborah Carpenter, but she had been teaching for 20 years when I started working with her. And just the things that you can learn from other teachers, support the people around you at school. The janitor is one of your best friends.
Absolutely.
And the person that works in the office, whether that's, you know, the data manager or the bookkeeper, whoever runs that front desk, they're your best friends. They know when to get you school supplies, and the custodian will come clean up throw up so that you don't have to. So, yeah, that's what I would say. And don't give up. It's hard. That first year is hard. That second year is not much better, but it gets better with experience. Experience is the best teacher. When I graduated from Gardner-Webb with my education degree, I had no idea what I was doing. And I had student taught, like for a whole semester, and I had an amazing cooperating teacher that year. But yeah, just experience is the best teacher. So just keep going.
Did you student teach in Cleveland County
I did,
as well? Okay.
yes.
So it's been entirely in Cleveland County?
Yes,
That's
I
great.
student taught at Bowling Springs Elementary. My first job was at Bowling Springs Elementary. I taught there for 10 years and then moved to North.
Okay, great, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know your students are fortunate to have you, your school's fortunate to have you, Cleveland County Schools is fortunate to have you too. Is there anything else we haven't touched on that you would like to share in terms of teaching or North Elementary School or Cleveland County Schools, anything in general?
Cleveland County Schools is a great place. I know public education is kind of getting a bad rap right now. In some places, not everywhere, but in some places it is. So if you're a public school parent, just support. Don't be afraid of sending your kid to public schools. There are amazing public schools in our county.
Yes, absolutely.
Every school I've ever worked in or been a part of, and like I said, my family are educators. Good things happen in our public schools, and you just got to get out there and see it to know it. So
they really do. I think we don't talk about the good things happening enough.
Just the bad stuff is broadcast.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But you're right, amazing schools and amazing teachers like yourself.
Thank you.
So one last question. This is a super easy one. So you've worked hard this year. Well deserved is the summer break that's coming up. What are your plans for summer?
Oh, I have a couple family vacations. We go to the beach.
Fun.
And like I said, I have she's about to be a first grader. I have a 6-year-old and I have a 4-year-old son.
Oh my goodness.
So that is my life once summertime hits.
Oh
I'm mom, full time. So going to the pool, going to the public library, going to the park, hanging out with them.
That's great.
That is the plan for the summer. And read, I love to read.
Yeah.
So I've got my Kindle ready to go.
Okay, that sounds great. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, you enjoy every minute of it and soak up every minute of it and get refueled for next year.
Well, thank you so much.
And thank you for being here today.
Of course.
It was a pleasure to meet you and to have you.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining us for this edition of School Matters.